Donald Sutherland, interviewé il y a quelques jours à Paris, où l'art et la manière d'utiliser un dossier de presse.
Donald Sutherland, did you always work with your real name when you were a young boy? A young actor?
Sure. What a strange question. Well, I mean, why would anyone choose a name like Donald Sutherland?
No, because I heard that you have chosen another name, Edward twice.
What?
I read that you have chosen another name. Is that true?
No. No, never. What name was it?
Herbert Wise.
Herbert Wise?
Yeah.
But I worked with somebody named Herbert Wise. When I was young. It was a director or somebody.
No, I read it in a biography about you, that you have chosen another name.
No, never. No, I'm very proud of my name. I'm very proud of my father and my mother. When I write under the name William McNichol, which is the name my mother chose for me. My middle name, my whole name is Donald McNichol Sutherland, for those of you who don't know. And I was born in 1935, not 1934, as some of those erroneous biographies say. And I've always never been anything but Donald. It's a difficult name to say when I say it on the telephone. Je m'appelle Donald Sutherland. J'ai tellement difficile. C'est difficile.
Is your father a director?
My father?
Yeah.
Well, what an interesting program. My father's dead. He's a salesman. He was one of the best salesmen in the world. I came from Nova Scotia. I performed in the theater before I'd ever seen the theater. I worked in radio when I was 14, and I worked there because of a joke. I've been working as a performer for 40 years. But no, my father was a wonderful man, but very Canadian, and he'd never seen the theater either until I performed in it.
Est-ce qu'il y a un moment où vous avez senti le succès arriver?
Sure, when I walked down the street in New York and everybody kissed me. I had just finished a film called MASH, and I'd never been in New York, which was wonderful. But I knew because someone yelled Donald, and I turned around and I looked at them and I said, I don't know you. And they said, of course you don't, darling, and kissed me full in the mouth. And
C'était bien?
So it was wonderful.
Vous dites, j'ai haï ou adoré mes metteurs en scène. Aucun ne m'a laissé indifférent.
I don't know where you got your quotes from. Me, I love my directors. Every once in a while it doesn't work out well, but it's always been they're the filmmakers. Me, when I work in the theater, I have a chance to have some kind of control. My only decision when I make films is whether or not they've been correct in casting me. And if they've been correct in casting me, then my job is to say, okay, I will do the film for you, and I will supply you with as much information as I possibly can. So the question is whether or not they love me. If they love me, then I'm very, very happy. If they don't love me, if they aren't happy with the information that I'm giving them, then it means I probably made a mistake. When I thought that they were correct in casting me, they were probably incorrect. They probably should have cast someone else. But nonetheless, I continued to supply them with information. I don't ever hate them. I'm disappointed in my relationship with them. That's the reason why I don't go and see the films that I make, because the character that is inside me is something that I feel with the whole of my body and my heart and my mind. And I have a strong, loving relationship with him. I have never disliked any character that I have performed. And they have an identification that's very strong, forged in me. But the director, when he takes the material that I give him, cuts it. And so that for me to go and see it, like I have not seen Dry White Season, or have not seen ordinary people I had to see, but I hid my head in my knees. And when I came out, I wanted to throw up. I saw Claude. I saw Claude 7 months ago. And it was good. But it was good only because, for me it was good. It was good only because I had forgotten my part in it. I've seen only like a half of MASH. Very few films have I seen. I think probably those two, Novecento and Casanova, they ended up going into New York at a time when foreign films for the New York critics they didn't like them very much. And they were trashed, Casanova particularly. And I hated it. I hated it. I hated it not for myself, because my work was what it was, but I hated that Federico Fellini, who was this man of such a gift, and who loved this film as much as he loved it. He truly thought, not only did he think it was wonderful, but he thought it would somehow be something that was available in the American marketplace, that people in the United States would love it and would want to go see it, because it was so wonderful. And the critics just tore it to shreds. It's why I don't read them, I don't read them, I don't even respect them. I think there hasn't been anything positive in American criticism since James Agee. I think No, what I think is, no. It's unnecessary. I would just be rude to people, and it's unnecessary to be rude to people. But that was very painful. Very painful. Very, very painful. Very painful.
Si vous n'aviez pas été un acteur, qu'est-ce que vous auriez aimé faire dans la vie?
What would I have rather been?
Yes.
What would I have been? I wanted to be a sculptor. And then when I was 11, I was very good with design. I drew, from the age of 6, I drew three-dimensionally. Most kids just draw plain drawings. I drew the whole thing. I could draw an apple and it looked like an apple. And when I was 11, I went into a candy store near my school, and everybody was there looking at this drawing somebody had done of Winston Churchill, saying how wonderful it was. And I thought it was terrible. And I knew that probably the work that I really wanted to do wouldn't satisfy people. And here it comes. Wouldn't satisfy people. And I knew also at 11 that I needed to satisfy people. If I didn't satisfy people, I would be very insecure and uncertain and distressed. So I forgot about being a sculptor. I started making puppets. And then I decided to be an actor, and it's not that far removed, sculpting and acting.
Est-ce que vous aimez votre image d'acteur?
It's like asking someone if they're a good lover. How would I know? I don't have one. What is my image as a...
Il y aura plus un.
Huh?
Il y aura plus un.
You mean, do I like what I look like?
Yes.
Well, I am what I look like. I've been with it for 54 years. I mean, what can I do? I have blue eyes and big teeth and big ears. I have white hair. What can I say? I don't care. I mean, it's how I am.